Hello guys, my name is Katerina and welcome to my channel. In today's video I want to share 10 things I don't like about Switzerland. So let's start. Number 1, prices. Of course, when I just got to Switzerland I was a little bit shocked about the prices, always comparing it to Spanish prices, as Spain is the country where I used to live for the last 13 years. So the prices were shocking for me, especially when it comes to going to the bars, restaurants, or just buying the furniture in IKEA. Everything is just 2 times or 3 times more expensive. Although, as many people say, it all gets balanced when you have a Swiss salary. So let's hope I'm gonna have one in the nearest future. Number 2, the language. I'm currently based in the French-speaking part of Switzerland, so to get a job without speaking French can be challenging. Also, integrating into the local society can be difficult if I don't speak French. So I think it's my own disadvantage that I'm still working on. So I'm learning French, and I hope I can get better at it. Hello, construction. Let's go to the point number 3. Sometimes Switzerland can be a little bit boring, especially in winter. If you're not a fan of winter sports such as skiing or snowboarding, the only thing you do is just go to work, come back, go to the gym, make a dinner, then play your favorite video game or read a book. And that's it. This is how your day passed. Everything closes around 6 p.m. and after that the streets are basically empty. In summer, Switzerland turns into a completely different country. Food festivals, music festivals, live music by the beach. You can go to the lake and enjoy nice weather, sunbathe. There are just like plenty of things to do in the summer in comparison to winter. But I will talk about it more in detail in my next video, where I'll be talking about things I love about Switzerland. And let's move to the next point. Number 4, no air conditioning. And this is true. I don't have air conditioning in my apartment, and in very few buildings you can find air conditioning. For example, in the important organizations as United Nations, for sure you will find it, but generally there is no air conditioning. This is due to the fact that Switzerland never really needed air conditioning because the climate was mild. It was enough to open the window and to ventilate the apartment or the house from inside. It was enough. But now, since the climate is changing, it's getting warmer and warmer, and in the summer it can be really hot. And it's not only the difference in climate, so you would ask me, why wouldn't they install the air conditioning now, since the climate had changed? Switzerland really cares about its environment. It's forbidden by law to install an air conditioning in the apartments or elsewhere unless you have a special permission. Number 5, property search. This has been really difficult. We've been trying to find something for 2 months in April and May, and we've been viewing some apartments. We liked some of them. We sent our documents, but unfortunately they've chosen someone else. After 2 months of search, we decided to calm down and come back to the search in September. And for now, we bought some furniture for our beautiful garden, and we just enjoyed every evening having some dinners and a glass of wine. But in general, the property search is really hard in Switzerland, and it doesn't really matter if you are in Geneva, in a big city, or you're somewhere in a little town. The demand's still gonna be higher than supply. They usually ask for a list of documents, including a job contract, many other documents that makes it more complicated to get an apartment. So I guess we need to be patient, and eventually we'll find something. So these were the things I personally don't like about Switzerland, but since I've been living here for such a short time, I decided to ask people about their opinion online. Number 6, many people mentioned that it's hard to make friends in Switzerland, meaning that it's hard to get inside of this friend circle made by local Swiss people, and it's way easier to get to know expats or internationals who came to live and work in Switzerland rather than be part of a local Swiss community. So I was wondering if that's true, and I decided to talk to a Swiss person and ask what they think about it. So I've been told that they basically create their friend circle since they're a very young age, since their school or they're in university. So their friend circle is already there. They have enough people to be friends with, and when they grow up they just don't need more. Yes, they can travel and they can explore new countries and make friends, but if they're originally from Switzerland they don't really travel much. They just have their own circle of friends and they don't really need new friends. It's not that they discriminate expats or they don't want any new friends, they just have enough. This was the answer. Number 7, smokers. So many people mention that they get really bothered by smokers smoking cigarettes and other stuff everywhere on the streets and even on the terraces of the bars or the restaurants where it's not really allowed to do so. But nobody tells them anything, and the law is not that strict regarding smokers on the street. Number 8, shops and malls are closed on Sunday, so be ready to spend your free time on Sunday going to the beach, to the lake, enjoying your time with friends or doing some other fun activities, but not shopping. Number 9, rules. Switzerland is known to be a strict country when it comes to rules, and I wanted to mention some of their laws that I found really interesting. So one of the rules was not to flush the toilet after 10 p.m. because it can disturb your neighbors. Another one was that your pet must have a body. You can't recycle on Sundays because it makes noise. You can't ruin the life of your child with a ridiculous name. You have to pay a tax for your dog. And many unusual laws like this that I found interesting about Switzerland. And the last one I wanted to mention was the prices on insurances and childcare costs. Many of you mentioned that childcare costs are just out of this world. First of all, it's really hard to get a place for a child in a school or kindergarten. You have to be in a waiting list for a year or maybe more in order to get into a good school. And then the prices are just ridiculous. I've been told it can be around 3,000, 4,000 per month. Somewhere you can find it for 2,000. If I'm not saying it correctly, again, I don't have kids, please correct me in the comments. Also, once you find a place and you get registered in the apartment or in a house, you need to get an obligatory insurance, which may cost starting from 300 or 350 Swiss francs per month, and which I found a little bit high, also taking into consideration that it doesn't really cover that much, but you just have to do it, and it doesn't matter if you work or not at the moment. So these were 10 things I don't like about Switzerland. Let me know if you share the same opinion or you disagree with me. Just write something on the comments, I will be happy to read. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.